The survival industry is a machine designed to empty your wallet. They want you buying nylon, plastics, microchips. They sell you convenience and they call it survival. But this channel listens to its people. A member of the Den dropped a comment last week that hit hard. They said we need to look backward to move forward. And they were dead right. Your grandfather did not have a $400 tactical backpack. He didn't need one. He built this country with tools that the modern gear industry deliberately buried. Why? Because you only have to buy them once. There is no recurring revenue in a tool that outlives you. Tonight, we are looking at 7 forgotten tools your grandfather carried. Tools built for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Before we dig in, hit the like button, hit subscribe. The Den is growing every single day because we deal in truth, not marketing. We stand united against the fear-mongering of the gear industry. Now, let's get to work. Number 1, the 100% wool blanket. The industry wants to sell you a synthetic mummy bag for $300. It looks great on a hiking block. Here is the problem. One spark from your campfire and that nylon melts directly to your skin. If it gets wet, you freeze. Your grandfather carried wool. It is naturally fire-resistant. It retains 80% of its insulating properties even when soaking wet. It is heavy, yes, but it is a shield. "Don't tread on me" isn't just a slogan on a flag. It is a mindset of absolute resilience. Wool is resilient. Number 2, the high-carbon steel pocket knife. Not a stainless steel lock blade, not a tactical folding karambit, a simple carbon steel slip joint knife. The industry convinced you that stainless steel is better because it does not rust. What they didn't tell you is that stainless is much harder to sharpen in the field. Carbon steel takes an edge that will shave hair, and it does it with a smooth river rock if you are in a pinch. It requires oil, it requires care. It builds a patina and it builds character. It reminds you that freedom isn't free. It requires constant maintenance. Number 3, tarred bank line. You know about heavy cordage. But for smaller jobs, the survival stores sell you expensive, brightly colored microcord. Your grandfather used bankline, tarred nylon twine. It is deeply weather resistant. Because of the tar, it grips itself perfectly when you tie a knot. A 1-pound spool gives you hundreds of feet of shelter building, trap making, gear repairing power for less than the price of a cup of coffee. It is the silent workhorse of the American woods. Number 4, the mill bastard file. Your $200 gear kit probably has a fancy diamond hone sharpening puck. If you chip a machete on a rock or need to reprofile an axe edge, that tiny puck takes hours of frustrating labor. A 10-inch steel bastard file takes off metal fast. It fixes a damaged axe edge in minutes. In a desperate situation, you can strike sparks off it with a piece of hard flint. It is raw, abrasive power. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." That only works if the stick is sharp. The file keeps you sharp.
Number 5, waxed canvas. Everything today is Gore-Tex, polyurethane-coated nylon, delicate fabrics. When a stray branch tears your expensive nylon tent, you need specialized chemical tape to fix it. When a branch tears waxed canvas, you stitch it with a needle and thread, rub some wax over the scar, and melt it in by the fire. Good as new. Waxed canvas breathes. It blocks the bitter wind. It repels water. It is exactly the kind of rugged, repairable independence this country was built upon. Number 6, the brass button compass. The survival stores want you buying GPS watches, solar chargers, battery packs. When the grid goes dark, your smartwatch is just a dead weight on your wrist. A simple liquid-filled brass compass relies on the magnetic field of the Earth. It does not need a satellite. It does not need a lithium battery. It does not ask for permission. It gives you true north. In God we trust, and in the magnetic poles we navigate. Number 7, the Hickory-Handled hatchet. Not a full-tang tactical tomahawk wrapped in cheap rubber. A forged steel head wedged into a piece of solid American hickory. Here is the physics the gear industry hides from you. Rubber and steel transfer shock directly into your hand and elbow. Chop wood for an hour with a tactical axe, and your arm is dead. Hickory absorbs the shock. It flexes, and if you break it, you carve a new handle from an ash or oak tree and wedge it right back in. You cannot do that with a molded plastic handle. It is self-reliance in the palm of your hand. 7 tools, built to last for generations. The industry buried them because they cannot sell you a monthly subscription to a wool blanket. This channel is about reclaiming that grandfather mindset. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that real survival is about skill, knowledge, and durability, not credit card debt. If it learned something tonight, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, join the den, and drop a comment below. Tell me what your grandfather carried that I missed on this list. I read them all, and just like today's video, this community drives the mission. Stay sharp, stay unbreakable. The wolf is watching.